Y'all, oh my god, this shit is so good that I had to break out the extension cord so I could keep reading while my Kindle is charging. I cannot put this down. Oh my god. Oh my god. I just got to, one second. I'm 51% of the way through. I just got to chapter 17. What? What? I beg your finest fucking pardon. Oh, I'm not okay. No. I'm not doing well right now. And I have to go to work soon, and all I want to do is sit here and read this book. There's still half of the book to go. What the fuck is gonna happen for the next half of the goddamn book? What the fuck? Hello and happy Thursday already. My bad. How we doing? This has not been the chattiest of weeks because I've been so sucked into reading that I have not paused to chat at all or even really do much b-roll because all I can do is just read this week. I haven't finished a lot of books because what I'm reading is quite long, but I am thoroughly enjoying what I am reading. So first of all, on Monday I finished reading Go Luck Yourself by Sara Raasch. Oh my god. This, oh my god, it was so good. This book brought me so much joy. It was silly and fun, but also but also really heartwarming and sad. Oh my god, it was so good. I gave it 5 stars, obviously, if you can't tell by this reaction. Objectively, it's more like a 4 or a 4.5 star, but the feelings that came out of this were just too good that I had to give it 5 stars. If a book can make me giggle out loud while I'm walking down the street around strangers, it's getting 5 stars. I was at work on Monday morning trying to count the cash before open, and I couldn't even focus on that because I was just listening to this book, and oh my god, it was amazing. I had such a blast reading this book. I loved the characters, I loved the story. As per the same with the first book, this author really knows how to write smut very well. It was very well written. God damn, that was hot. And I'm really not much of a smut reader, but I can appreciate a well-written scene because a lot of them are written very poorly. But anyways, I absolutely adored this book. I don't know which one I liked better. I think they're both pretty equal. But yeah, this series as a whole is just phenomenal, and I can't wait for more books in the series. I can't wait for Iris to get her own book. I don't know when that's happening. I saw somebody say that book 3 is not going to be Iris's book, and I'm low-key mad about that. I have no clue who it's going to be, but Iris needs a book like right now. So I read that on Monday, and then I'm still carrying on with The Halfling's Harvest by S.L. Rowland. Pretty slowly for this one. It's a very quick, easy read, but I'm also in the middle of a very chunky, dense read, which we'll get to in a minute. So I haven't had much of a chance to read this one a whole lot, but I am really enjoying it. It's just getting to the good part. This is a sapphic, cozy fantasy, and we're just getting into like the budding feelings and like getting to know each other part, and I'm having the best time with it. It's a perfect before bed book just to kind of wind down and relax. It's been lovely to read. The audiobook for this is fantastic as well. There's like adventurers and bards and that kind of thing, and the main character is a halfling, or basically a hobbit, who runs an inn and vineyard, and she gets a whole bunch of different kinds of adventurers coming to stay at her inn. And the part that I just read, there was a traveling bard and she sang, and it was beautiful. The audiobook narrator has a beautiful voice, and I really want that song to be released properly so I can stream it and listen to it all the time. It literally made me tear up. Like, it was fantastic. So yeah, I'm having a great time with this book as well. Not sure how far in I am. Let me check. Also, my Kindle case came in. Look how cute this is. There's also a hand strap, which I really enjoy. But yeah, so with the Halfling's Harvest, I am currently 34% of the way through it and hoping to finish it up hopefully tomorrow. We'll see. Maybe Saturday. Maybe Sunday, we'll find out, but definitely by the end of the week, it'll be done. And then the book that's been taking all of my attention is The Sword of Kaigen by Wang. Ooh. Oh my god. Holy shit, this book is phenomenal. I'm currently 74% of the way through it, and just losing my goddamn mind. I've lost count of how many times I've cried while reading this book. I love the characters, the plot is really interesting, the politics are fascinating, the world is super cool, the magic, all of it. Everything about this book is so good. I don't know if it'll be a full 5-star because it did take me a good like 30 to 35% to get really into it, but now that I'm in it, like I cannot stop thinking about it. I got to a part yesterday that if you've read it, you know exactly what I'm talking about, where uh I was reading it and I had to leave to go to work, and I had to physically pry myself out of my bed and close my Kindle and get to work. And then I spent my entire shift just thinking about this book. I could barely get anything done yesterday. I was just telling my coworkers about this book and like what was going on. I'm just like, I need to go home and read this. Like I can't stop thinking about it. I'm probably going to finish it today. I can't stop myself. I need to finish this book and see where it goes. It's been such a good read and a wild ride from basically start to finish. So I'm having a great time with this one as well. So yeah, not the most in terms of quantity this week, but definitely filled with good quality stuff. So I'm very happy about that. But it's like 5 o'clock, so I think I'm gonna go and do some meal prep for dinner as well as like dinners for work for the next few days. And I don't know what I'm gonna make. I think I'm gonna do like maybe a chickpea curry kind of thing, or maybe something with tofu. I don't know. I've been kind of bored with food lately, which is weird to say. I love food. But I've been bored with my like regular recipes, but also don't have the motivation to find new recipes, you know what I mean? So I have no idea what I'm planning on making. I'm just kind of bored of everything right now, so I don't know. I'll figure something out. Maybe I'll try and get the motivation to find a new recipe, but I doubt it, to be honest. But either way, I'm gonna figure all that out because the sooner I finish with that, I can carry on with the sort of Kaigen. So I definitely want to do that. So there's my motivation. We're getting a laying down update today because I am too tired to be sitting up. So this is what we've got going on. It is Saturday. I've had a very busy week. Not really doing anything. I've just been working a lot and work has been very, very tiring. It's been busy, which is great, but I'm also socially drained. I also had book club today, which I just got back from. We talked about the sort of Kaigen, which I finished the other day, and oh my god, this book was phenomenal. I gave it a 4.5 star. Hi, Tony. All right. I guess we're just gonna continue this. Thanks, buddy. Oh, ow! You dick. I gave it a 4.5 star, but it was so close to a 5 star that I just rounded it up on Goodreads. It was such a good book. Oh my god, it was amazing. I basically cried from 40% onwards for the rest of the book, all the way through to the end. It was just nothing but pain and tears, but also it was very hopeful and beautiful, and the characters, oh my god, the character work was amazing. Misaki is definitely one of my all-time favorite characters. I love the way that she handled everything and everything that she did in the book. I really enjoyed how she actually didn't talk about it with anyone. I think she told her friend Setsuko what happened, but other than that, like she wasn't described as like talking about what happened during her parts there. She just kind of did what she had to do. She wasn't doing it for glory, and that really came through for me. And just like everything about her character was so interesting. I loved how fiery she was. Everything between her and her husband was just so interesting to read. Just everything about her, I really, really loved her as a character. I loved the world building and the magic, like just everything about it was so good. I gave it a 4.5 star instead of a 5 because it did take me a bit to get into it. I think maybe like 25-ish, maybe 30%. It was a pretty slow start for me. But once I was hooked, I was completely hooked and I had a blast with it. I'm also still reading The Halfling's Harvest.
Let me just check what I'm on here. So I am 70% of the way through currently, so that's my plan for once I'm done here, is I'm going to finish that up. But I'm also really loving the Halfling's Harvest as well. It is also fantastic. It's so cute. Very different vibe from the sort of Kaigen. This is very sweet and cozy and low stakes and just the perfect thing to read after a stressful day. I'm having a blast with this book, and I'll definitely want to read the other books in this series as well. I think this is book 3 in the series, I'm pretty sure. But they can be read out of order, so it's fine. Yeah, I'm looking forward to finishing that later on. And then also yesterday, I ended up reading Eat the Ones You Love by Sara Maria Griffin, I think is the author, and also had a great time with it. This one is a horror novel about messy queer women and a sentient plant who loves them but also wants to eat them. You know, it was weird and kind of gross and very unsettling, and I loved it. It was so good. I gave it a 4 star. I was interested in it from the first page, but I did find that sometimes the pacing was kind of off, and I wish that the side characters were developed a bit better. But aside from that, this was a phenomenal read, and I definitely recommend it. It was fun is not the right word, but I'm gonna stick with that. It was a fun book. I really enjoyed it. It was just weird and quirky, and the majority of the POV is told from the plant. It's also very unsettling in that way because the plant is like inside of them, and it knows all of their thoughts and their dreams, and it can like speak to them. And it was also set in this old mall that was scheduled for demolition, so it had a really interesting setting as well that just kind of added to the atmosphere. Characters were great, the plot was really fun, and just kind of everything about it was excellent. So definitely recommend that one. And then last thing, I'm currently reading Wake. Oh, I don't think I know the author's name off the top of my head, but this one is a graphic novel history of women-led slave revolts, and it's fascinating so far. It's definitely a hard read, but it is excellent, so I do recommend this one as well. Hi. Okay, we're back here. Hi, buddy. Oh god, your breath is foul. Ow! Dude, why do you have to do that? Anyways, I think that's my cue that Tony would like his dinner, so I'm gonna get up and do that before I get stepped on again. But yeah, I'm just about to finish both of my current reads, and then I'll check back in maybe tonight, but probably sometime tomorrow with my final thoughts on them. I fully intended to update this on Sunday evening. I did not do that. I was in a real bad mood on Sunday. Oh man, I was grumpy all day. Hi, Tony. I was grumpy as fuck all day. Things just kept going wrong. Customers were irritating me. I was not having a good day. I kept dropping everything. Like, just every little thing that could go wrong did. And I was already in a bad mood, and it just kept getting worse from there. I was in a bad mood right up until I went to bed, and also kind of woke up still in a bad mood today. So I did not update yesterday. But just to wrap things up real quick for this week, look at Tony just sitting here. He's so sweet. And of course now he moves. Finished reading The Halfling's Harvest. I also gave 4.5 stars to. It was so cute. Oh my god. The ending had me crying like a little baby. It was great. Purely tears of joy. It was such a sweet story. I really love this one. Definitely worth the read, and I'm absolutely going to go back and read the other 2 books in the series. And finally, I finished Wake and also loved this one. I gave it 5 stars. It was so well written. The illustrations were beautiful. Everything about this was so good. So yeah, great week overall. I read lots of good books, had a good time, did some fun stuff, and yeah, can't complain. Aside from Sunday where I was grumpy all day, but other than that, it's fine. But I will leave that here, so thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys later on.